Broadcasting from Hollywood, it's the official On Air with Brandon J podcast.
I am Ricardo Juncos, and I'm in the mix with Brandon J.
Hey, what's up, guys? I'm Brandon J. I'm here with Ricardo Juncos, owner, Juncos Hollinger. Ricardo, thank you so much for taking the time to do this interview, man.
Thank you for having me here. It's a pleasure. Here we are in the biggest race in the world, right?
And Indianapolis Motor Speedway, right? These guys have been so gracious, Juncos Hollinger, so thank you so much for your hospitality. I know you're like a rock star in Argentina. What's the transition been like between Argentina and U.S.?
Well, I don't know if I'm a rock star in Argentina, but it's been a lot of passion for the sport in Argentina, like soccer. Soccer and motor racing are the two big ones, and I'm the only team from Argentina doing something outside Argentina. I've been here for 21 years. Obviously, I well know that here than I was in Argentina, or I am in Argentina, but I'm so proud and happy and everything you can imagine to be here, right, as an Argentinian that I came with nothing 20 years ago and be racing in IndyCar with the team is amazing.
This story is, you are the American dream, building something from nothing. Like for all those entrepreneurs out there, what kind of takeaways could you give them at home?
I think it's like anything else. I came with nothing, with a hope, right? With my backpack and nothing. I lost everything in Argentina, so when that happened, I had no options. And sometimes, when you don't have options in life, you gotta make it happen. So I never give up my dream. I never give up my passion for motor racing. I never trade one because money or whatever. So I always go by my feelings sometimes. Sometimes you make decisions in life that in paper doesn't make no sense, but you have to go by what you feel, and that's what I'm doing. And eventually, obviously, it works. The American dream, everybody said. It's hard for me to believe that today is what I am today, what I'm doing today, if I kind of think 20 years ago. So I'm very pleased with the country, with the opportunity. I became citizen in 2012. Amazing. So my son was born here. I love this country. Give me the great opportunity, but I never forget about my country. My family is there in Argentina. We help as much as we can. Our countries unfortunately suffer for a lot of economical problems and government problems, but look, we have a lot of passion, so for me it's an honor to represent Argentina here.
Juncos Hollinger, you guys are doing some incredible things. When we were by the garage and I was seeing you wear all these different hats, I was like, now that is a great leader who leads by setting the right example.
I think I lead by example. I was 12 years old when I started working as a mechanic, never stopped working until now. My dad used to race cars, so it's a huge passion. And I was driving trucks, the commercial truck from the team before. I did the engines, I raced myself. So I did a whole thing, and I'm learning now how to be a team owner, because the first time that I'm an IndyCar team owner with 2 full-time cars. So I'm still learning. It's not like, obviously, by any means I know everything. Obviously, you keep learning in life. But we're just going to keep doing what we're doing because we just keep growing here, and I never thought I'm going to be here today 20 years ago, so I don't know how the future is going to take us.
Ricardo, my last question for you. What is next for you guys at Juncos Hollinger?
We just, like I said, keep doing what we're doing. We have a lot of passion. I try to tell my guys we do things right or we learn from. If we made a mistake, we just learn from. I see, a lot of people sometimes they don't want to face a mistake or they don't want to take a risk. I just go flat out. I never give up my dreams. So it's a family environment. So everybody feels the same way. And when everybody knows my story as a team owner, what I went through and how I keep working, they contagious. So they just get involved in the same philosophy, the same mentality. And now you can fly very high because it's always a group of people. You cannot do it by yourself, right?
Ricardo, thank you so much for taking the time to do this interview. Ricardo Juncos of Juncos Hollinger. I'm Brandon J. We'll see you next time here on Air with Brandon J. Goodbye for now. Hey, what's up, guys? I'm Brandon J. Welcome to On Air with Brandon J. We are here in Indianapolis, Indiana, right here as the cars come through after qualifying, after testing who's got what it takes here in Indianapolis for the NASCAR ARCA Series. There's a lot going on here in Indianapolis. Stay tuned for exclusive interviews and more.
Hey, this is Frankie Muniz, and you are in the mix right here with Brandon J. on iHeartRadio.
I'm here in Indianapolis, Indiana, and I'm with Frankie. And Frankie, how you doing, man?
I'm doing good. Yeah, doing great.
How do you feel you did in terms of qualifying?
Not our best. We were okay in practice. We were actually pretty good in practice, and made a small change, but I think we just went the wrong direction. I actually spun on my first lap, which I've never done, like in the qualifying, brought the yellow, came back, but at that point our engine was hot, everything was hot, messed up the tires. We went out again and got a lap in, but we qualified 11th. We really should have probably been 5th through 7th. So a little disappointed, but it's a long race, you got to survive. So I don't know.
For those drivers pursuing a career in autocar racing, would you say that it's all about how you finish at the end versus, because I know a lot of drivers try to strive to be in the top 5, top 10 at the very beginning of the race, but then you wear those tires down and you got to go into the pits. Like, what advice would you give them?
I mean, the biggest thing is, like, obviously, you want to qualify towards the front, right? It means that you're fast. It means that you've got speed. But at the same time, like, it really doesn't matter where you start. You know, those guys who start in the way back that have issues in qualifying, they don't get to qualify and they still win the race. So it's about surviving, right? The race is long. There might be a lot of attrition. So you got to be there at the end to be able to have the chance to win. So that's the biggest thing is, like, just keep pushing and hopefully we'll still get a good finish.
We're going to shift gears real quick. What are your thoughts on what's going on in Hollywood? Because you have that background in Hollywood, and so do I, about what this whole AI strike and the rider strike and SAG and all that good stuff.
I'm not going to lie, and I hope people don't hate me for saying this. I'm so just involved in being a race car driver.
Yeah.
Not to say that I don't know what's going on. I understand there's a strike, and I support that as a member of SAG. But at the same time, like, this is my focus.
You got to win the race, man.
I got to win the race. You know what I mean? Hopefully, everybody gets what they want in the end. You know what I mean?
Hey, and Ricky Bobby, he said either you're first or you're last.
Shit, and I was 11, so I'm real last.
you got to set it up. ChatGPT will write a book about you in 15 seconds. Have you played with that yet?
I actually have. They wrote me a really nice poem about myself.
There you go. Frankie do this right here on air. Brandon J on iHeartRadio. I'm Brandon. We'll see you next time. Goodbye for now. Welcome back. I'm here with driver LeVar Scott. LeVar, how do you think you did in the qualifying round?
We did pretty good. From our practice mock-up session, the team showed me some things I needed to do better in, and I applied it, and we picked up a lot of time. But we're still about a tenth off where we need to be from the 20 car, but we improved, and that's all we can ask for, really.
What do you think you can do to improve?
I think I got to get better some. Obviously, we got to work on the car a little bit. It's a team effort, It's not nothing. It's never just one thing. It's never just me. It's never just a car. It's just a team effort.
Well, the Bulls wasn't just about Jordan. It was a team effort, right?
That's what they say. Sometimes they try to portray it as just Jordan, but no, it's definitely a team.
That's it. What's a fun fact that nobody can Google about LeVar Scott?
There's nothing too interesting about me. I just race cars for a living. That's what I love to do.
That's very interesting. Man.
My mom was a drag racer. My family drag
Oh my
raced.
goodness.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. How did she do?
She was really good. She had an NHRA license. She probably would have been the top, but she stopped so me and my brother could race.
Well, you know what they say, you get it from your mama, so.
Yeah, that is true.
I'm from the South, so I just had to put that in there.
Yeah, that is very true. Everything. She's actually here supporting me today. She's been to all my races this year. She's just one of the best support systems I can have asked for.
Do you think that helps you compete at such a high level each and every weekend?
I would definitely say so. It's always somebody to have on my shoulder. If something doesn't go right, I'm not too happy. She always picks me up, when I need it, and it's awesome to have her here.
LeVar, have you played around with ChatGPT? I know you've heard nothing but AI.
I've seen it, but to be completely honest with you, I'm pretty scared of it. I'm scared of everything that's going on with it. Because I don't understand it, so it just makes me a little scared.
In 15 seconds, I can say, who is LeVar Scott, and it will give me the entire description of your whole entire life history.
I know, and to be honest, it's pretty terrifying just to know that. But that's the way the world's going.
Well, LeVar, good luck to you. I hope you do well, man. Great meeting you, and thank you for being here on the show, On Air with Brandon J.
Thank you so much.
Everyone, it's Jesse Love, and you're in the mix with Brandon J on iHeartRadio.
Welcome back. I'm here with Jesse Love here in Indianapolis, Indiana. Jesse, how do you think you did qualifying, man?
Not bad. We won the pole, so I'm happy about that, knock on wood. But still rolling through tech here, and looked like there's some issues in tech with the scales and everything. So, looking forward to hopefully having a good race tonight. Obviously, sun will be going down pretty soon. Probably have to deal with the sun at the beginning of the race, and it's going to change a lot at night. So looking forward to it. Got a great JBL Toyota Camry, and just proud of all of our guys for the strong effort we put in to be good on the short tracks, big tracks, road courses, all that stuff.
Toyota's doing very well here at ARCA for the most part. You got Tony, you got you. Do you think Toyota has stepped their game up in terms of that high energy performance?
Everybody just seems to be on the same playing field here. Everybody has, in the TRD camp, everybody has the same tools. So when we can do that, we can all work together to build fast race cars. And JGR is a great team. Veterinary Motorsports is a great team as well. And everybody and we're racing against tough teams. So it makes us step our game up. And obviously, Veterinary has been on kill this year, giving us all the resources that we need.
With you killing it this year, what's next for you?
Yeah, probably next year just getting on the top 3 series, whether that be truck and Xfinity or one or the other or both, so just kind of figuring out all that stuff right now. Definitely weighs on you a lot, and it's tough to figure out what you're doing, but either way I feel really confident about our year next year.
Jesse, what's a fun fact that nobody can Google about you?
I'm not sure about that. I think everything you kind of see is what you get. I like to surf, and I can play some drums, and I can play the saxophone a little bit.
So wait a minute, you can play drums like Travis Barker?
maybe not that good. You know, I like Neil Peart growing up a lot, so I love, you know, his drumming style, and my dad's a musicianist, but he drums as well. My Uncle John does, so that's probably the biggest thing that I love.
Well, there's the correlation with JBL, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I love music. I listen to it all the time, and obviously have a great set of headphones and a lot of ear protection with JBL.
Here on Air Brandon J, I'm Brandon. We'll see you next time. Goodbye for now.
Hey guys, it's Tony Breidinger, and you're on here with Brandon J on iHeartRadio.
Hi, I'm Brandon J. I'm here in Indianapolis, Indiana with one of the best drivers in NASCAR ARCA Series, Tony Breidinger. Tony, how are you?
I'm doing all right, yeah.
You feel you did well in terms of qualifying?
Honestly, I haven't looked at it. We didn't get any practice laps out there, so those couple of qualifying laps we got were the only laps I've had out there today, so I didn't really know what to expect with the car, but we really had, so I didn't really look at where we're at yet. I kind of just drove it, got a felt for the car, and we'll see.
How does the car feel?
It was good. I think we can make a couple changes. Kind of hard to get a read on it in just a couple laps, but we'll make some changes for the race and see what we can do.
Okay, very cool. I was reading an article about female drivers, right? And since 2021, you know, there's been 6 female drivers that have done very well. Do you think you're number 7?
Yeah, I mean, there's so many great female drivers out here in the series and previously, and just moving up through the ranks. So yeah, I mean, it's definitely, I feel like none of us really compare each other really. When we're out there, we're just kind of driving against everyone else. But yeah, I mean, it's definitely amazing to be on that list of those great female drivers.
The last question I have for you, what is a fun fact that nobody can Google about Tony?
Oh, that nobody can Google. I feel like everything's on Google. I don't know. I always say that I'm a twin, but that's definitely something that you can Google. I'm left-handed, which is maybe a fun fact that you can't Google. So yeah.
Are you driving with your left hand?
I mean, I drive with both hands, but I feel like I may be like more dominant when I'm like turning the wheel with my left hand. So
do you go to the left because being more? Is it more of a conscious effort?
Yeah, I mean, I think it works out that we're just turning left here, so yeah.
Very cool. Tony Breidinger right here on Air with Brandon J, iHeartRadio. I'm Brandon. We'll see you next time. Goodbye for now.
Thank you for tuning in to On Air with Brandon J. Follow on Instagram at I am Brandon J.